appointments for different offices that are in town. So my suggestion is we approve the list as Reggie has it typed.
In the back.
Did they have a new one?
They do, it's in front.
All right, wait a minute. Don't look at the one that's on the back here. This one no longer applies. Yeah.
Oh, this is the new one.
This is the correct.
Thank you.
Who's going to notarize this one? She was here for the vote, right?
Yeah. Okay.
You can just give it to her. Yeah, she was here when we approved it. She just got to notarize that one.
So these are the ones we do every year. Do I have a motion to make the appointments?
I make a motion to appoint
Yes, on.
as on the appointment list.
Well, I'm going to make it Exhibit
Okay,
A.
for addendum A.
All right, I'm going to label my copy Exhibit A, and we're voting, you all have a copy of Exhibit A, and we're voting on the list as appointments as noted on Exhibit A. Is there, you made the motion?
Made the motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay. Reggie, you gotta go do something, right?
Yep.
So we are down to,
Well, she went to have that PVC lien notarized.
all right, we have meetings, I thought we were gonna get out of the every week
Yeah, I
meeting,
thought so too.
but we're meeting with the unions on the off night, and I don't remember, is that the 12th? Is that? When should-
Well, are we meeting with them on the off night if they're going to be here? Or are they already scheduled to be
I
here?
think they're already scheduled to be.
Okay.
I think, so that's the only thing going on there. And then we tentatively scheduled department head meeting June 12th evidently. And
So the next meeting is the 12th.
12th.
Which is every other week, and the 26th, yeah. Right.
yeah, so we missing one. But we may get, there may be a necessity to come in next week,
Oh,
but right now it's not posted.
okay. And the 19th right now is not posted either?
I thought that one, well, waiting for.
Because actually, I have something on the 19th here.
Did you get the, well, I saw you emailed Reggie back your vacation schedule.
Yeah.
Jackie, did you give her your vacation schedule?
No, not yet.
All right. We voted the appointments, Reggie, as outlined. I labeled one of the lists as Exhibit A, as noted on Exhibit A.
Okay, thank you.
Can you update us on the meetings? I forget how this is going. We don't have a meeting next week,
Correct.
but if we need to, we may have to schedule an emergency executive session.
Yes,
The 12th is department head meeting.
correct. That's a regular scheduled meeting,
And when were we meeting with the unions again?
the 19th.
So there's a meeting missing there. That's what I couldn't remember, the 19th.
And the 26th, so that's...
And now we're back.
Oh,
26th,
that's all
I won't be
every
here.
June, Tuesday in June,
Right.
with maybe
Maybe the
exception
6th.
of the 5th.
Okay? The 19th is the union meeting though, and they're coming in.
Yes,
So it's the police, dispatchers, and we've never,
You're going to meet with Ed as the department head and Chief Silvernail as the department head to go over whatever their counters were.
but we never heard from Highway,
We
right?
haven't heard
Actually,
from Howard.
Mitty called me today, and he does not want to come in during the evening. He said in the past, the board members had voted a liaison, and they bargained over at the highway department.
That was-
No, we bargained in town hall.
Yeah.
He said highway department.
Yeah, I know, but we bargained in the, Doug was the appointee, but they came in first.
That's what I said.
They
I'm like,
came in
"You have
first to present
a
the proposals.
And I asked him, are you going to give us a proposal? And he said, we will meet over at the highway garage. And I said, okay, I have to run it by the board first.
You know, it's a two-way street.
And he was frustrated because when he met with the select board, he usually met at 10 o'clock at night. And they said, we've been staying on top and it's been early enough, so would you please come in?
Send him a letter. I would suggest you send him a letter from us, and then we're looking forward to having either his personal presentation of the proposal and/or a written presentation of the proposal before we meet with them.
Okay.
that
I
agreement?
don't think we're not opposed to meeting individually, but I do think they have an obligation to present their proposals. It's a 3-year agreement.
And then, anybody have a
We
problem?
can meet early, I mean, we can meet at 6:30,
Yeah,
right?
but does anybody have any, but does anybody have a problem with sending a letter asking that we need the proposal to know what they're looking for?
No, I think that's good.
That's a good
All
idea.
right. Do you have anything in your sickened state to give us? Okay, then if that's the case, I think we did everything, right? Yes?
Yes. Oh, no, you have one more thing.
What's that?
Did you want to talk about the town accountant?
Oh, yes, I skipped that last time. There seems to be some, Ed seems to think his final day is the last day. And I thought it was the 1st of June, and Ed thinks it's the end of June. Do you have an opinion as to?
I don't know, I have to look at the PCF. You did a 12-week appointment.
Yeah, but I don't think he intends to stay at the end of the 12-week.
He wants to get out, I mean, from his conversations with me, he wanted to be out of here by the end of June.
And maybe he and I were talking June, and I just assumed it was the 1st of June.
But maybe if you want to designate somebody to talk to him, I'll be happy to go and talk to him.
And then the question becomes, we've gotten one resume in, but the posting remains open until June 4th.
Correct.
The question is whether or not people in that office can continue on in a limited time basis to keep it going.
Well, here, can I throw out some things?
Yeah.
You have, what do we have, our end-of-year transfers, we have,
Yeah.
Is that person strong enough to know what needs to be done?
Right, that's the question. Can we,
Well, that person has to make the changes, but I think David should be able to be here to make those changes. I mean,
So maybe that's
that's
why-
the information I got. but
so maybe
let's
that's
find
what
out.
yeah, so we need to know whether he's going to stay through the end of June or wants to be
Well,
gone.
one of these changes, we can't touch until the last 15 days of our
Correct.
year, right?
Right.
So he's
So
got,
that's after the 15th.
right, so he's got, it literally, maybe I just misunderstood him, and maybe he's planning to stay until the end of June, and when he said June, I want to be done by June, or in June, I assumed it was the 1st.
Well, the other thing too is I know at the end of June, he likes to establish all the accounts for the next coming year. I also know that he's going to work with the finance committee and then approve with the selectmen and the finance committee in a joint meeting for the deficits. And then I don't know when the Schedule A's are.
Schedule A's are in the fall.
The early fall, right?
Right.
That's, the deadline is in the fall.
When you
right?
do your tax classification hearing is when you do your Schedule A.
Yeah, but that's when it's going to be done, but there's work
Right,
to
right,
be
yes.
done to carry it up to
Yeah,
that point.
yeah.
Oh.
So right now, you're just looking at your end-of-year transfers, just like you said, your deficit, looking at your line items that are deficit spent and creating the new accounts.
And the free cash has to be established as soon as they do the bookwork and finish off 2012.
Well, maybe, and David's suggestion was go to HCOG
Well,
as a temporary gap.
And I did call up them, Hampshire Council of Government, and they're going to send us proposals.
Okay, so that's done.
see the proposals when you won't deal with the accountants.
Do you think you can get a chance to talk to him and clarify when he wants to go?
I'll talk to him tomorrow morning, or I'll...
And then should we meet with him, and should he come?
We can't hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry, see, he hit me in the back of the
Having a
head.
private meeting over
I
there.
know, I'm sorry, hit me in the back of the head. Should we then meet with him and his assistant to see whether or not she can carry the ball?
I think she should be involved, and Reggie should be involved to know what's going on.
Right.
So nobody's left in the dark.
Technically, when they're here, the department head meeting, he should be here.
Yeah,
Could we ask Joyce to be here too?
yeah, sure, absolutely.
And then, we'll have a set-aside discussion for that department, I think would be a good thing.
Well, I mean, if you want, I would entertain, up to it, if Reggie can come with me, we can have a meeting with the two of them.
Yeah,
If you want to,
I'm agreeable. Sounds like a plan.
Okay.
Right?
And when do you want to officially review the applications received? June 4th is the last date.
So June 12th would be the first meeting thereafter. I think we should at least, can you,
Can I make a suggestion that we have a package,
yeah, that's what I was going to say.
that we go in on our own and look at it and develop questions?
Okay.
Or can you get us out a package?
Yeah, I can do
Because it's
that.
easier for me to look at it someplace
Okay.
else,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Would you rather come in or get a package on your own? I mean, it can't be that many pages, right?
No.
No. Right now, there's only one.
So and then when you get the HCOG thing,
Yeah.
put that out.
Sure.
Okay?
So even if it's an interim period with HCOT, I think we should be considering looking at all our options.
Yeah. I mean, and see what HCOG, how it works, and if it, and still consider getting our own accountant.
So they're gonna do they'll do as like a consultant to us?
Yeah, they'll come in and do a consulting, at David's suggestion, it was his suggestion that we contact them to stopgap it. And then he said either go with them on a full, or get our own.
Here's one suggestion, I don't know what kind of time Reggie has, but I know HCOG is over in Granby, if she could call and just talk to them and see how it's going with them.
Sure. They're doing
Yeah, okay.
they're doing town accountant work in Granby?
I believe they are, yeah.
No, I thought the town administrator was doing the town accountant over there.
That was Hatfield.
No, that's Granby. It is.
Can you call HCOG and see what they're doing?
Yeah, see,
Maybe he's whoever Hampshire Council is in the other community that you're thinking.
Hampshire County went over to Hatfield on temporary basis
Okay.
for administrative. Dave McDougal told me that he talked to Mr. Ford and that they were over in Granby, so
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know it directly, I just second hand.
Well, we should be able to get hold of HCOG and find out where they are.
Well, Todd Ford is scheduled to meet with you on June 26th to update you on the Hampshire Council of Government.
Is there any way you can come in sooner? Because I'm not going to be here and I would like to be here for that.
Sure.
I mean, that's the board's choice.
That's fine, see if you
You want to
can,
start at 12?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
yeah, I mean, what else is that night?
That's a
We'll just have
Oh,
a
department
head,
heads.
yeah, and then perfect timing in a sense.
Yep.
And then you have a pouring license hearing at 7 PM.
Oh, okay. All right,
Okay.
I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
Second. Double second.
Well, one first.
Second. Entertain motion to
Mike,
adjourn.
you're not talking to me, I can't hear you.
Is there a second?
See what happens?
Is there a second to that motion? All in favor?
All right.
We're out of here.
Thank you. 7:30.